Hey everybody, Carm here, NAPA Expo 2022. I don't know about you, Matt Fonslow. Matt Fonslow, great friend of the podcast. Diagnosing the Aftermarket A to Z is some of the most incredible stories, lifting the hood of life on your podcast. NAPA's really done this thing up right. And I got to tell you, great seminars going on. I'm moderating 2 panels, times 2, so 4 panels here while we're here at Expo. And it's just an honor to be here and to see so many great people that I know. I mean, you're seeing all these great friends of yours.
Friends, people I've never met before, but very passionate about NAPA, their NAPA stores, and how they're supported by NAPA and their NAPA store. So it's really great to see. And very well represented by lots of vendors. The show floor is packed. I had a chance to walk around the tools and the equipment. There's got to be $1 million of equipment on display. Oh, yeah, at least.
Just on display.
Yeah, at least. I think they're going to learn about tools they didn't know existed, or the capability that can be provided them that they need now, and it's right there. And we'll pick on Autel for fun. They have an alignment machine. For all expressive purposes, they have an alignment machine, and it started with ADAS. So they had the big ADAS calibration frame, but it's kind of evolved. So if we head over to the booth, we can kind of show that they now have a full-blown alignment machine. And oh, by the way, it also does ADAS.
Did you think that was coming ever?
No. It was introduced at Apex, which is the end of last year. But now it's kind of all together. They have it on a vehicle over there. They're putting on demonstrations. That's another thing, is the trade show has demonstrations of the tools and equipment. You get to talk to the vendors who represent not just salesmen or salespeople, but also people involved in the development and support of the tool, so they know the tool inside and out.
I'm in the Dorman booth. They're a great sponsor of the podcast. I'm with Lester Kovacs, ideation guy, right? The innovation man for Dorman. I heard you and Matt chatting about some stuff.
Yeah.
You tell us what breaks and we'll make it, right?
Yep. That's
cool. So when I was at Dorman, maybe it was a year ago, got this tour behind the scenes. It was phenomenal trip. I was in I don't know if it was an engineering department, but these guys were using this tool. And would you kind of show us how it works?
Sure. So basically, one of the first steps that we take in product development is to baseline the OEM part. This is one of our key tools to do that. This is a creaform handy scanner. It can easily capture, if you watch me, by the press of one button and putting some locating dots on the part, we can easily scan the part in, as you can see here, within two to 3 minutes, all the critical dimensions that we need to actually develop this part. So we can send this directly to our 3D rapid prototyping team, and what happens is we're able to 3D print a sample of it and then work with our manufacturers to develop the part to all of our quality standards.
Yeah, and this is one of those parts that's extremely hard to get, if not impossible, from OE. And this is proven to be as good or better.
Is that a Chrysler part?
Yep, oil filter adapter.
Yeah, oil filter adapter.
High failure rate, extremely difficult to get now.
A year ago I was there. This is what was really hot back then, right? For the company. How many products do you guys release a month?
So monthly, we're releasing around 400 new parts every month. It comes out to about 21 new products every day.
Wow.
Isn't it amazing?
Wow.
And the ideas come from the field?
The best new idea submitters we have are the technicians, professional counter folks, and also the outside sales for our customers.
Wow.
They're in there, they're in the bays talking to the customers and figuring out what they have to go back to the dealer for.
Yeah,
that's what really drives.
You ever go to like a reclaim yard and say, hey, what are the guys coming in buying used?
We do. That's another great source too, because we all know that when the technician gets sticker shock and they realize that only the dealer has it, a lot of times they'll go back to the salvage yards for other options as well. really popular on Ford Edge, all-wheel drive. This is the power takeoff unit. What typically happens is this unit is right next to the exhaust, and it only holds about 1 pint of fluid. So after about 50 or 60,000 miles, it actually dries up and or leaks out by the seal. So we did 3 things to our unit. We put an upgraded seal. This heat shield is only on the dormant unit to keep the temperature down so that fluid does not dissolve. And then last but not least, we've actually made it serviceable so you can refill it. The original unit is not. So this is
non-serviceable.
Very good advantage over using the OEM product.
Amazing stuff.
Big stuff like this, but sometimes it's the little stuff, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Little clips, bolts. Yeah.
So late model Ford Transit, when you do the brake job, that style assembly brake package, you have to pull the actual hub off to service it. These are one-time use bolts. You have to buy them all individually from the dealer. We have them kitted up in the package. So for the spindle mounting, the hub bolts and everything else. That's a must-sell for every brake job you're doing on a very popular fleet application, which is the late model Ford Transits.
Thank you, Tracy, for that great display.
Thank you.
Did you do your nails before you came here?
Obviously.
That's great. Great people. Thank you for the tour, Matt. Anything else that is like standing out that you would love to have a little behind the scenes?
Well, we got the air suspension refill. I'm suspecting for nitrogen systems.
Yep.
So I know them mostly for Jeep and some Chryslers, Land Rover.
Yes.
But that's the only ones I can think of off the top of my head.
The most popular one's a Cherokee. So if you were to try to fill that system, the dealer sells the tool for roughly around $1,000. We sell this for a couple $100. It allows you to fill the system back up.
Yeah,
the nitrogen system.
Cool.
All right. Hey, thanks for the challenge. Thanks for the tour.
Thanks,
Appreciate you guys.
Great to
Thank
see
you.
Yeah, thanks,
Great to see you, Matt.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Where do we go next? And he twinkled his eyebrows and he goes, tools and equipment.
Yeah. Nitro scan tool.
Yeah.
Full function scan tool. Also pretty strong on immobilizer, adding keys.
Wow.
This is the new version of their key cutting machine.
Is that right?
Yep. So mount the keys in here however you need to. Build the vehicle or punch in a key code, and it's like a tabletop CNC machine.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yep, mills out the key.
Yeah, please go listen to that episode on keys.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna pick up the gun, the timer will start. The top trigger, we'll loosen the bolts, we'll pull the whole tire out, we'll push it back in. The bottom part of the trigger, we'll tighten them. Hopefully you have one of the fastest times of the day.
What if I cross-thread them all?
Then we have a problem.
So if I can do that like I did, I could shave a lot of time.
The 27, I'll reset it. You need to be around 14 seconds to make the board.
So about half. It's true.
It'd be easier if you have one hand here.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Wow. That's not
Failing over and over again.
Oh, okay.
You know, like even 10, 15 years ago, where you'd have,
Gone down.
I need to try it again.
you know, you can get the drivers and the resistors fairly reasonable.
There you go.
It's not hard to do unless it's on that bottom side, and then you risk
14
destroying
seconds
the
you
board getting-
shaved.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
you know, probably
Cool.
need to be
Hey,
sure
uh,
anyway, so
Hey, Dad, let's
you
go buy a
for it.
shop.
What else? Yeah.